Hey, it my live. It said live, and it can't be live already with 53 seconds. My God, that was fast. That was fast. I just want to double check. Let me just check my page to see if the nice people can see us. Hey y'all, y'all know I am Shadonna, the Mo you know McFall, and I'm here with Miss Sydney Poindexter. Yes, honey, we live in a living color. There we go. All right, we are live, and y'all know I haven't done this in a long time, but y'all know I love the Mo you know live, and so Sydney is from Fayetteville State. She's the SGA chief of staff.
Mm-hmm.
Woo woo, girl,
Yes. Thank you.
So I'm glad you came down because I know classes are back in session. So you had a little downtime to come talk to me about what's going on at Fayetteville State Monday, August the 22nd.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. Yes, hello everyone. I am Sydney Poindexter. I do attend Fayetteville State University, and I am the chief of staff for the 2022-2023 academic school year. So over the summer, we had a summer retreat where we were, coming up with ideas and coming up with some of our events on what we wanted to, take place for the fall semester. And so one of our inclusion director, she decided that she wanted to create a calendar that basically had dates that weren't always recognized from the school. And so she made her own calendar. And so when I was looking on there, I was looking at some specific dates, and I was like, well, Women International Business Day is September 22nd.
Okay.
And so that's what originally it was supposed to be. So we got the dates mixed up. However, I still wanted to support the idea of having something for women in the business industry, because I know, for one, a lot of women don't get too much pride for being successful business owners. And so I decided that I still wanted to have that event just the same day. It just wasn't International Business Day, but I still wanted to do it for particularly women. So I decided that I wanted to have three panelists. And so, of course, I get to have you, a special guest. Thank you so much for making sure that you're, participating in that. And so I wanted to do it like a panelist kind of way, so that I can get, certain questions asked, because I know it'll be in the business building. And I know a lot of students coming in are freshmen. A lot of them have, little jobs, their own little businesses, and I know it'll definitely be a great opportunity for them to talk to y'all women, to get advice, to see how it is being entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying. And so I think it'll be definitely a really, really good event. I'm really excited. Like I just told you, I'm really nervous because I hope it goes right. But yeah, so I definitely would love, for y'all to support if possible. And like I said, I think it would be something good for the young adults, older adults, to listen to, because I know y'all know a lot. Y'all have been in the game for a while now, so I know y'all have a lot to offer to the students and staff as well, who might be, wanting to start up something in the next couple of years, or the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited.
Yes, absolutely. And if y'all notice, I got on my Bronco blue.
Right, Bronco blue. Yes.
So what building did you say it was going to be in?
It'll be in the business building, which is BCE building. So right now we had it set to be inside of the Shaw Auditorium, but there's been some difficulties. So they're telling me that they'll be able to let me know for sure today where it will be. So it might be a change on the location, but it'll still be inside the business building. So as soon as they let me know today, like where exactly it'll be, I'll be able to let you know.
And I'll definitely let the nice people know.
Yeah, and I know I had the location on the flyer, but something came up. But I'll be able to fix that and give it to you, the right one. So do you know where that's at? Have you? Are you alone?
No, I did not. But I've been out there a couple of times for a couple of different events. And like I said, I was in the Air Force. So one of the things about being in the Air Force, they always tell us flexibility is the key to air power. And you can find it. As long as I know where I'm going, it may take me a little while, but people, when you want to get somewhere, you're going to get there. You're
Oh,
going to
most
ask,
definitely.
I'll ask everybody I run into, can you point me in the right direction?
Mhm.
And then, you know, some people are so kind, they may even walk you to
Yeah, I was about to say,
somewhere.
I'll definitely be able to. I have my phone on me. I'll be able to get in contact with you to
Mhm.
find you because most likely you're gonna have to get a visitor's pass
Okay.
from I want to say the police department. So
Mhm.
I'll be able to come by there and make sure everything is good for you and for the other two women as well, so that it's
Okay.
no complications.
Yeah, I know. I was there for the inauguration
Okay.
last week for the newly elected city council and the
Mm-hmm.
re-election of the city council and the mayor. And I got there, and it was in the Shaw
Mm-hmm.
Auditorium. No, Seabrook Auditorium,
Seabrook.
but I had to park at the Student Center. I'm very familiar with
Okay,
the
the student
Student Center because we used to have our chamber meetings there. But baby,
Oh
that
yeah,
walk,
OD, right? And then it's
but you know, y'all do this, so I'm not complaining because I know y'all
right.
have to do it every day.
Right. But listen, you know what? I be having my car, so thank the Lord I just be driving where I need to go. But I do try to make sure I still walk though because I need to exercise.
Right.
We all need to
Yeah,
exercise.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yes. So I'll definitely be able to assist you with that. And even if you have like business cards or anything that you want to show off, like please bring that because like that'll definitely be good graphics for them to see, get good ideas. And
I
stuff.
got a whole tablecloth, so if y'all
Yes,
give me a little
please.
table,
Yes, I will give you.
y'all know
Yes.
I got my ShadonnaMcFall.com tablecloth because it's all branding, and I tell people
Yes.
with marketing visibility, people have to know you before they can buy from you, before they can even trust you,
before they know your service.
Yes, so they got to know you. You got to bring that brand awareness. That visibility is key to anything you're doing in business. That is, all the things are important, like your accountant and kind of stuff. But if people don't know you, it ain't no money for people to account for.
Right, exactly. And that's one thing. Like I had an internship this summer, like I said, for one of the panelists that'll be there for Vela Shoes LLC. And so I went in like, I'm saying, I knew already I wanted to do marketing. Like I love marketing, really specifically social media marketing. And so I went in like, I knew like whenever you are working for different companies, every company likes to have their email newsletters or their graphics. Everybody's stuff is different. So that was one of the biggest things that I had to learn because like I know how I like to do stuff, but I had to accommodate for how my boss liked her stuff done. And so she was big on like having me, of course you want to make sure you're paying attention to details, because this is a reflection of the business owner, and that branding, like you said, like you can't, you don't want to mess up the brand, you don't want to have a bad look. So that's very, very important in marketing. Like, and I learned a lot of stuff, honestly. I'm really, really excited. So actually, after the internship was over, she decided that she wanted me to stay on. So I will be starting next week. Working for her part-time since I'm in school. But I plan on, after I graduate, probably working for her some more, getting some more experience. So yeah.
And like I was telling you, I am huge on internships because many of you know when I retired from the military, I went into FTCC to study marketing, and then I ended up getting a internship at Fox 99, which is a part of the Beasley Media Group family.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, so I got the internship at Foxy. By day 2, I was looking at the job board, and they had positions for street teams. So my first paying job was with KML, the big 97.5.
Right, okay.
But it's just like I always tell people, get in the door, get to the table, and nothing is beneath you. Sometimes when they reach a certain level, like, oh, I can't do this, I've made it, But there are so many new opportunities that can come. You don't know who's going to be on the other side of that door, who's going to be at that table with, who knows who. Then shout out to Dr. Glacken for putting us.
Dr. Glacken for sure.
Yes, for putting us in touch. I remember when I was working at the Women's Business Center at Sea, which Dr. Glacken is a board member of. She had a sit down, a Zoom with I think Ursula Dudley that I was on, and I was just like, oh my God. And she had her red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. I said, let me find out Dr. Glacken gonna be a whole talk show host. But I enjoyed it so much, and that just reminded me, hey, keep going, keep doing the things. If you have a dream, and that's the biggest thing I'll tell anybody who is thinking about entrepreneurship, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be easy, and it's not necessarily going. I've had thought this yesterday. I'm like, Mo, this isn't hard. It's just new.
It's new.
It's new. Just walk your way through it, talk your way through it.
Right.
It's nothing that nobody has not done before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just new
Right.
to you.
It's
it
new.
ain't hard, you
Right,
know.
right.
But we just like, oh my God, it's so hard. And, you know, I gotta do
Yeah.
this. But just like sit down, pay attention, concentrate, and just stay focused on the task at hand. Because sometimes we try to
do so much,
multitask. But now, even this morning, I had my keys. Like, I'm trying to get in the habit of, okay, whatever I have to do next before I leave here. And shout out to Kiana. We're at the Lit Lash candle and lash bar, 541 Bonanza Drive. So y'all got to come down here and see this. It's phenomenal.
Nice. Pink and green.
Yeah. So if y'all any AKAs want to come do a meet,
right, that would be so good.
She did say I got to. She's like, it's all pink and green, but it was just like, Mo, get in the. Always be thinking about what's next. Always in the military, we always talked about the way ahead. Always be thinking about the way ahead. Always, okay, I know I need my keys. I know I need this. I know I need my computer. I know I need all of the things. So just take the time to plan out what's next. That's going to save you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of aggravation. Because a lot of times people like to fly by the seat of their pants. And that's only going to work for so long.
Right.
Especially when you get when you have so many balls in the air, so many things, so many requirements, so many things that you have to take care of. You have to sit down and say, okay, I got this done. Okay. You know, really plan things out and really do things beforehand.
Right.
As many things as I can do before. Yeah. I'll be up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes getting ready for the next day.
Oh wow. Just because you have to. And honestly, like, that's something that I'm definitely working on, because I know my mom, like, shout out to my mom, she's my best friend, and she's always like, and you know, and it's really like because of course a mother is gonna make sure she's on your case, of course, because she loves you, she wants to see you do right. And it's like, for me, you know, she gets on to me about, Sydney, go ahead and take care of this now while you can, like, don't procrastinate, don't wait. And I know, like, I do have, sometimes I can procrastinate, like we all can, and it's like, what are we doing to work towards not procrastinating? What are we doing to go ahead and, you know, get this out the way so we don't have to worry about it later? And it's like, that's something that I feel like also you have to do in order to be an entrepreneurship. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And shout out to my mom too, because yesterday she wanted me to go to the commissary, and I was like, but I went ahead, because you don't want to make your mama mad.
Right. You don't want to make your mama mad.
You don't want, if you make anybody else mad, but baby, I am not going to make Kathy Harris mad, because I don't want none of that smoke. So I went ahead and did what I had to do because I had the time. And that's the thing. We think we have all this time. You don't. You don't. You gotta prioritize. You gotta prioritize what's important, and that's the biggest thing. Like, because I know I used to always just do the things that I wanted to do. It make no sense. It make no money, but I like to do it. Me too. So I wanted to feel good, and I know I made a post last night. I'm like, some people, because I was that person who wanted to be liked and be popular and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I put, you know, some people, you know, they want to be popular. I want to be paid.
Period.
Yeah. So when you get into entrepreneurship, it is about making money.
It is.
Period. Business is about making money, because, like I said, we like to do nice things and feel good, but at the end of the day, you have to have these tools. You have to have this equipment. You got to pay your staff. You got to pay your taxes. You got to pay. It takes money.
Right.
Before you can even help anybody, you got to get North Carolina $125.
Oh my God.
Before you can even say, but that's the thing, you know, a lot of times that one of the things I have to get more comfortable with is if somebody says, Mo, how much is this? Because now this is the price. If you go to McDonald's, the price is on the wall.
Yeah, it's the value. Yeah. Like, you have to know your value. That's something that my uncle, he really put me on game. My uncle, he has his well, he's a barber, and so he
shout him out.
He's not in Fayetteville. Okay, he's in Charlotte. But I'm gonna say shout out to my uncle. He actually works at North Lake, the grooming lounge. His name is Maurice Dockery. Shout out to him. But like, he was just telling me about, you have to know your value, because he was explaining to me how, like, people be trying to, like, downplay, you know, paying certain amounts for haircuts. Mind you, like, they have to still get all their tools. Yeah. You know, they're using their craft that they went to school for, which is to know how to cut, you know. And sometimes he was telling me how they be like, well, my old barber only made me pay $20. Because I think, you know, they went up in prices. And it's like, look, it's not going to be cheap for long. Like, eventually in this era, in this time and era,
Mhm.
it's going to go up. But he was just saying, like, if you were to go to Mercedes-Benz,
Mhm.
dealership or Porsche dealership, they're going to pay. They are not going to reduce the price of a
At
car.
all. I have
You
a
are going
Mercedes. They are
really,
not.
like you have to pay what that price is.
Mhm.
Like, and that's them knowing their value, knowing their worth. Like, if you have the money to pay for it, cool, you're going to do that. But if you don't, like, I'm sorry, the value is, my product is this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm using that in life every single day. Like,
So I had a friend, shout out to my friend Baby Doll, who worked at Pots 99, and she's a vegan reels. And there was this audio, and I made the reel tool. And I'm not a millennial, but I can do a little bit with TikTok. So I can do a little bit of something. So she gave me the audio, and she's like, I know, I want to support your business, but your price is too high. That's okay. Come back when you got it.
Right. Come back when you got it, baby. We ain't going nowhere.
Right. So my son, I have a nice shout out to my son Charles. But I made that when people, like I said, I love to watch reels because a lot of times people take their craft and this entrepreneur thing serious. And now TikTok and Instagram and Facebook is paying you for content.
Right. But you know what's crazy? Like, I have friends who attend Fayetteville State, like basketball players, and like they just be knowing, like, because when I was doing my internship, I also had to create TikToks and create reels. Right. And it's just like, I just did not know. Like, of course you want to unapologetically be yourself.
Absolutely.
And I will always ask my homegirl, I'm like, yo, like, because she was getting like thousands and thousands of likes on her videos, and I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing to get these likes? And she was just like, I'm just being myself. And it's like, yeah, you have to be yourself, but it's like, I want to get these likes. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm just, if anybody knows a way to make some great content to get those views, but that's also how you do your branding and you get looked at and you get customers. Like, we did a couple of TikToks for Vela Shoes. Shout out to Ariana Edwards. Oh, she's the best. You probably know. Do you know her, Ariana Edwards?
I think she, if it's the same, maybe, I don't know, but does she do stuff with the Women's Business Center?
She does.
Does she teach they pitch stuff?
She does pitches. She gets like, she's gotten some good money. Like, she's good. She's really good. You probably know her. She graduated from Fayetteville State as well.
Because that name sounds familiar, and like I said, I think that's if we're talking about the same person. When we did the pitch competition for her week, I think she taught the people how to pitch. If I'm not
okay,
I could be wrong, but I could be right.
Yeah, you could be right. I feel like that possibly could be her. But yeah, we had to do those TikToks and stuff, and we had a couple where we were actually getting some good sales off of TikTok. A few that I made and a few that some others made. So TikTok is really like that.
Yes, I know a lady, Kenya Kelly. She is actually a contractor with TikTok, and she just made a thing that TikTok is actually looking for. Black businesses, Black-owned businesses, women of color, because everybody right now, this is the season of diversity. They want everybody. A lot of times after, George Floyd and after the pandemic, a lot of these businesses and brands really started looking for diversity, looking for inclusion. There are so many things that I see about grants for this, sponsorships for that. But you have to have the content. You have to have something that this business can align with that's going to sell their product. At the end of the day, they want to sell products. They like the likes, but you got to be able to turn those likes into sales.
Hello, thank you.
You can like all day, but did you buy something?
Did you? Yeah.
Did we have a transaction?
No, seriously though.
But yeah, and it's like, I don't want, like I said, I've been doing the Mo for since like 2018. And, like I said, I worked at a couple of businesses around town where I still use my marketing and media, all of the skills. So people like, did you, it kind of looks funny. And that doesn't look funny. I have the experience. And that's the one thing I had to make sure that I had the confidence, because I knew I could do it, but I had to convince myself that I could do it. And everybody's like, "Oh, Mo, you're this, you're that," and I'm like, "I know, but like I have to feel it. If I don't feel it internally, I can't come out here and project it if I don't feel it here and here. So now I feel it. So it's like, okay, babe, what you want to do?
Yeah, no, honestly, that me too. Like, actually, I had an experience. Well, in high school, I was in AFJROTC, so I enjoyed it. I really did. And there was one time where we went to Florida Orlando, Florida, and we were actually able to speak in front of the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Air
so
Force.
yes, Air Force all day, like, Air Force all day. We were, so and I was so nervous. I was like, everybody was like, "Well, Cindy, you got it. You can do it. You can speak in front of them." And I, like, Lieutenant Colonel, he was like, we had did this training. Like, when I tell you, he was hardcore. He was on, like, he wanted it to be perfect. And I understand. I'm really grateful for that opportunity, and I'm grateful that he wanted us to be good, to look good, of course, stuff like that. And so I was so nervous. I kid you not. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm relating this back to what you said. Like, everybody was like, well, you got it, like, you can do it. But it's like, I won't be able to really do it unless I know within myself, like, I'm capable. And it's like, I know I was capable, but I was just scared. And it's like, I'm saying that to say, we gotta take a risk sometimes and just do it, even if we scared.
Yeah,
like,
do it scared, do it broke, do it afraid, do it all the things. But the only way you're going to get better if you do it.
If you do.
The experience. I know one time me and my dad, we had and my whole family actually went to the Charlotte Hornets, the Panthers game, and on the way back, we're talking, and I'm like, Dad did all this stuff and ain't got no money.
Yeah.
But he was like, you got the experience, don't you?
Yeah, the experience. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? You're right.
You're right.
You're right. And sometimes it's going to take that experience. And there's no other way around it. Just like, we talked about the basketball players, the football players. LeBron didn't get to be LeBron without experience
and being on that court all times of the
night.
In the gym. Getting better. Like,
going to practice.
Right, going to practice.
You gotta go to practice. I know everybody makes fun of the Allen Iverson practice. When he got I don't know if you're old enough to understand, but do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I want to say, but I feel like I've heard of it, but I just don't make the connection. I'm sorry.
Right, but you're fine.
No, yeah.
And that's the one thing when you're talking to your audience, you have to know who you're talking to.
Thank you.
So, but most people know who Allen Iverson is. You may not know the practice. So one time he got fined for not going to practice. Oh, wow. And he was in a press conference and he was like, practice? Now he's one of the biggest basketball stars in the world at that time. What? He's like, practice? So yeah, dude, it don't matter who you are. Yeah. You got to go to practice. You got to go to rehearsals. You can't, people think they can just show up and do whatever. However, no.
That's not gonna roll.
You have, if there's a, and like I said, if you're doing things, if there's a dress rehearsal, if there's, I remember I was in the Air Force, I was admin, so we would do commander's calls, and just like I had to set up the equipment here, I had to set up the equipment there. And one time, I have a love-hate relationship with technology, so something didn't work. I guess I didn't test it out because I'm so used to it working.
Yeah, to it working, so it's like you expect it to already be ready.
So I'm like, this is the process. The process is the process, but sometimes you have to test it out every single time. Because it may have worked 1,000 times, but that one time
you don't do it, it's janky. Or it don't want to work. Oh my goodness!
So I remember that my supervisor at the time kind of got on me, and from that, for her saying, you should have tested it out, blah blah blah, and which I probably should have, but in my mind, it's always works.
Yes,
that's me. Plug it in, and this is what's going to turn on, and it's going to work.
Thank you.
But don't ever be afraid, like I said, to practice, to test things out. If it don't work, it don't work. Find out why it didn't work.
Right. Yes. Find out why it didn't work. Yeah. And try something else to get it back to where it's supposed to be. I mean, yeah. Circle. We always talk about circle the block. Circle the block.
Y'all circle these personal blocks. Sometimes you got to circle these professional blocks too.
Circle the professional block. I'm taking that quote of the day.
Circle back. Okay, because sometimes I know, like I was telling you, I'm going back to revolutionary co-working because when I first started the Mo, I was there, then I got the job I was telling y'all about, so I didn't need the space anymore. But now it's like, okay, I'm in the Mo, more, you can do more, you need to have more access to the people need to have more access to you when they pay, because it's not free to be over there.
Right. It's not free to be no man.
So nothing, that's the thing with business, nothing is free.
Nothing.
These softwares that we use, the platform we're on right now, that ain't free. So it's just like people just know when small businesses, even large businesses, everything comes with a cost. And if you want nice things,
you just have to pay.
You gotta invest.
Oh yeah.
It's an investment because it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to your business. It's going to come back to your brand. Because even all of the classes and workshops and things, I've learned something that I was able to take with me.
Me too.
So we have been talking. So we are almost at our time. But I feel like we just did a whole 30-minute talk show. We can do an hour. Listen,
right.
But no, and I know people got things to do. We got things to do. I want you to enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
And if you're not doing anything tomorrow, we're actually having a beauty talk at the Arts Council at 11 o'clock. Shout out to Courtney, Tracy, Dr. Tony. So it's going to be a women's empowerment brunch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I will be the master of the mistress of ceremony, the MC. That was when I was interning at Foxy. My radio name was MC Promo because baby, I love to cut a good promo.
I love promo. Okay, MC Promo.
I love to cut a promo because I used to watch. I'm still a big wrestling fan.
Oh, really?
And the wrestlers, before it's not just about wrestling, it's about entertainment. You got to be able to talk.
Yeah.
So I still study, and I know me and my son, sometimes I can cut a promo, and it's like people like, you're not one take Drake. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
So my 9-year-old, he gets on me so much. He's like, Mommy, he's my biggest fan and my worst critic. Like, you can't edit, you can't do this, you can't do that. Bruh, let me show you. You don't know who I am. You better know who your mama is.
That part.
But now, and I tell people a lot of times, yes, we got to make money, because the business, you can go out of business if you don't got no money. But a lot of times I do things to have favor on my life, and especially to have favor on his life, because even last week, he's a big Woodpeckers fan. Go Woodpeckers.
Oh, Woodpeckers.
Yes. So he got to his first thing, he got to be on Flex Clam. He did his little dance. And then he got to walk with the ball out, deliver the ball pitch. The ball to the Empire and with the Mayor Mitch Colvin. Shout out to Mayor Mitch Colvin. So and he didn't really understand the magnitude. Dude, you're the mayor. He was just like, I'm Charles. The mayor with me. Yeah.
He's being himself. Yeah.
So, but that was huge for him to be able. Then he got the ball signed. Shout out to Kristen and Victoria, because it takes a team. It takes relationships. If we don't do anything else, I know we got to go, but relationships, because there are people in position who can make things happen. Just like Dr. Glacken knew me,
right?
We got the relationship and connected it.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful. I appreciate the opportunity to be here, and I appreciate everyone who will be able to support. If not, no worries. Everybody has things to do.
But FSU ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. FSU is not going nowhere. We have more things coming, up our sleeves. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Chancellor Allison.
Oh yeah,
I know he is doing a thing.
He is Chancellor Allison. Shout out to also Dr. Hawkins, who is over the Office of Student Engagement. Like, she makes it happen. I mean, she be connected, having been over all the Big 10 organizations. She's like on it. And I thank her, I really do. Dr. Glacken, shout out to you as well. And Mr. Cook. I don't know if you know Mr. Cook, but Mr. Cook, entrepreneurship professor, he's really good with connections and with the veterans and stuff. He's a veteran as well. I think he was in the Army for like 25 years. So
if we do a shout out to Dr. Bryan, Dr. Tamara Bryant, Mr. Robin Livingston. I met with him the other day because we're getting our contract and stuff together. I told him I was in the Air Force. He was like, well, I'm not going to hold it against you, because he was in the Army.
He's not going to hold it against you.
Yes. Who else over at FSU? Tamari.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Jeff Womble.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them.
Yes. So that's my Bold and the Beautiful buddy.
Right. Yes.
So. Wesley Fontaine. There's a lot of folks over there.
Yeah, you know a lot of people.
So when I first got back, they did a boots to suits. So when you get out of the military, you go into entrepreneurship and business and things. So Barack Walters. It's just I've been around. I've been around the Fayetteville State blocks.
Yeah, I'm about to see you. Obviously, you've been on that block for a good, for a good minute.
I know a couple people. Hence, the more you know.
Hey, the better.
But you know what? I've been back for 6 years. It took going to the events. I always tell people, shaking hands, kissing babies. So I've been at this event, meeting this person, just getting connected. So now, I'm not BFFs, with none of them, but, they know me, I know them, and we have that mutual relationship and that rapport. So
yeah, that's great.
Let's go. Well, Sydney, thank you again. And like I said, now we're connected. We have that relationship. Anything I can help you with, you have my email.
I need to grab my phone number too. But definitely. Yes, and vice versa as well.
Yes.
If you need anything, I'm always around. I can help wherever I can.
TikTok. So you're on them, but you said TikToks and Reels.
Listen. I've been making, so I can show you a few too, but I've really been on TikTok. I've been, trying to, get my craft together. So I'm working on that too.
And TikTok, like I said, I'm gonna send you a link. TikTok actually has a cohort where they're going to invest in people. So you can sign up. They're gonna teach you some things, and
oh wow, yeah,
we're gonna blow this up.
Yes, as we should. So.
Absolutely. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, the Mo You Know live will be back. Like I said, shout out once again to Kiana, K&J Enrichment Center, Lit Lash Bar, 541 Bonanza Drive. Y'all got to come down here. It is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Thank you. And y'all, see you next time. I don't know when, like I said, because it's live. It's not necessarily random because we knew we was going to do it, but it's off the cuff. We don't have no kid. We're not finna edit. This is real. This is
us really having a
real conversation about what's really going on. So you guys have a great one and tune in, and I'll let you.